Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, and I'm coming on to finish up this week on explaining more about designing your China roadmap in China. We have already covered in the last 6 videos the 6 superpowers and the 2 milestones needed to achieve success in China. And even if you might not think you're achieving success, at least you are covering the foundation that is needed to protect your business in China and protect yourself as a leader and entrepreneur. In the first 6 superpowers, we covered getting an education about doing business in China. We covered market research and the importance of data. We covered strategy implementation from putting pen to paper and then validating that strategy with China experts. We looked at developing an empowering ecosystem of China experts that can actually guide you and help build up your business in China, all the way through to evaluating the most vital assets that you have that you want to utilize in the Chinese market, and then creating and implementing and executing operational guidelines and system processes. We are now at milestone number 3, which is looking first at superpower number 7, which is your numbers. Now, the trend in China is employees are cheap. That's the thought process behind China. Things are cheap. They're cheaper definitely than the Western world. This is wrong. Salaries are going up. Rental prices for properties, for offices and commercial spaces is going up. Things are getting more and more expensive. And you need to pay in order to obtain quality individuals that are going to be working for you. When looking at superpower number 7, it's numbers. It's being able to extract the most vital numbers within your company to be able to then take those numbers, understand them, and read them, process them in order to then move on to superpowers 8 and 9. If you don't have the foundation of your finance team in place where you have the ability to read and understand the numbers, then you can't get anywhere. You're not going to hit superpower 8 and 9, okay? So the trend obviously is that people either outsource to cheap providers in terms of their finance, or they hire individuals whose English language level is obsolete, all right? We don't want that. We want to be able to communicate with our finance team. We want to be able to have somebody who is proactive, who's making decisions on your behalf, right? Either doing that in-house or outsourcing that to providers that have that capability. Again, the finance system in China is very different than the Western world. I call it Fapiao accounting, which is the general PRC GAAP system. Because everything is based around Fapiaos and VAT invoices. If you cannot understand what Fapiao accounting is, and you don't know how that's going to relate to what your business looks like today, then you need to keep 2 sets of books, one for accrual accounting and one for the Fapiao accounting. It's all about an education, leading me back to superpower number 1. You need to get educated on how to read P&Ls, balance sheets, based on the Fapiao accounting system. And if you don't have that ability, or you ask questions and they're not getting answered, then you need to either change your accountant or find somebody who can offer that advice to you. Numbers are critical. Numbers is what's going to lead you to growth. Numbers is what's going to lead you to make decisions. Without that, you can't progress in the Chinese market. And I get it. There are a lot of entrepreneurs out there who go into China and their focus is on the commercial side of the business. Sales, 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 sales. We want to develop our business and grow a business. It's fantastic to do sales, but if you can't read the numbers that you're generating and the costs that you're incurring, how are you going to move forward? How are you going to make some critical decisions? And this was an enlightenment in 2020 during COVID, when everybody had to pivot their business. But they didn't know in what way to pivot because they couldn't read their financial statements. Let's not wait for another moment of crisis. Let's get that fixed today, and let's move forward to be able to conquer the market. I hope that this has helped. If you've got any questions regarding your own numbers and how to evaluate them in order to make decisions, then reach out. I'll be providing my email address up above. Take care and goodbye.